One of the scariest thing moving from a full-time job into a freelance life is knowing that you're going to have steady income every month, especially when you have to support a family. So I want to address this today. So I recently got an email from a guy asking me saying, I have a good full-time job. I'm making 150K per year, but I want to move into freelance life. What can I do to make sure that I have the same salary or make the same amount of money every month now that I'm moving into freelance? And so this is a super interesting question because I think that everybody knows or thinks that freelance life has ups and downs, and that's mainly because people don't know how to get clients consistently. I have to admit that for years I didn't consciously think about this or had a solution for this. So I want to share with you, first of all, the story of how this worked out for me. But then if I had to start over today, what would I do different based on what I know now? So for me, basically, I was working full-time job for years, since I went to design school. For years I've been working as a full-time job, but I was always freelancing on the side. Now doing work for clients, friends, family, all a lot of people, and that helped grew kind of inbound leads that always come back to me because there were people that have worked with me. Now I wasn't stressed out for work because I was always working full-time job, but people started to know that I'm also doing freelance, and it kind of create already a stream of potential clients coming up. Now when I left my full-time job, my last full-time job completely, before I actually left it, I mean, I announced that I want to leave, but I still had like 2 more months to work there. I actually found a retainer client, and that retainer client was actually big enough to support me even if I don't have any other clients. And actually it would only take 2 days of my week. And so once I had that, I knew that I'm kind of safe. I'm going to have safe income coming out every month. And then I was still enjoying kind of those random streams of people that are coming to me. So I used a retainer to create consistency, and I try to bump that up or have extra clients by doing projects that are coming and going. Once I had that inbound stream high enough, when I knew that actually I'm getting a lot of leads because I was doing this consistently, and of course for project-based project, I was making actually a lot more money because I was pricing them based on value, and rather than my retainer, which I was pricing based on my hourly rate. And so once that I was confident in that stream, I actually left my retainer client, and now I'm only doing kind of projects, some of them long term or short term. But I didn't have, and still after moving only to doing project, I didn't actually have a system for getting new leads, getting new clients, and making sure that my income is consistent. And it's only in the last year that I've been spending a lot of time thinking and learning about how to properly run a business that I understand that you actually need a system for getting leads, clients, and income consistently. Now, there are multiple ways to do that. So what works for me is, and I've been discussing this multiple times on the vlog, I'm good with getting inbound leads, and I do that by networking and hanging out with a lot of designers. So I go to design events, meetups, and all that type of, eating lunch with a lot of designer friends. So I have a big community of designers. A lot of times, if they'll have a project which they can't do right now, or if they're currently working at a full-time job, they'll send people my way, and that turns out to generate consistent leads for me. So that's what's been working well for me, but that's obviously not the only way to do this. I know that some people can do this with, I don't know, Facebook ads, or some people can do this with cold calling or reaching out or going to a specific industry event where they know their clients are hanging out. So what I mean to say is there's a lot of ways to generate clients and leads. You have to understand who your clients are and what's the best way to reach them, but you have to be very, very conscious about what's your system. You have to figure out a system for getting leads consistently, something that I haven't done for years, and honestly almost none of the freelancers I know have this system in place. A lot of them are just like, yeah, we'll hope for good things to happen. By the way, I do know freelancers that their system for getting leads, for example, is doing side projects, doing just stuff for fun and posting it on Instagram, and then potential clients seeing that and coming. So that can also be a system. But the most important thing is you need to have a system, because once you have a system that you can depend on, you know, I'm doing this thing X times a month and I'll get Y number of clients. So if I want more clients, I can do that 2X number of times. I can take this action and I'll get 2 times my client. Once you have that system in place, you can be rest assured that you'll have the consistent stream of clients. Obviously, if you're leaving a good full-time job and you want to have that security, so first build and try this system even before you're leaving, I would suggest, or have a big pool of money, kind of a buffer to allow you not to work or not to be stressed out for clients once you leave your full-time job. Because the worst thing that can happen is if you leave your full-time job, you don't have enough money to be relaxed about not having your system for getting clients in place, and then you're so stressed for money that you're starting to take up projects which are bad for you. They're not a good fit, they're not your ideal customer, and then you're doing bad job. This bad job leads to other bad clients, and you're just on a downhill slide from there. So you have to be very, very careful to, when you make the transition from full-time job into freelance, to make sure that you do it right, that you have space, and that, you know, your family or the people that you have to support don't suffer because you make this transition. Other than that, if the transition is made successful, for me it worked very well. And again, if you are the type of personality who is independent and want to work for yourself, it's an awesome lifestyle. Hope you're having a great day. I'll catch you tomorrow.